I'm very curious from both of your perspectives. Like, look, you never like when someone loses their job. I hate it. Like, it's sad. Like, but it's part of football. It's part of the business. It's part of the reason why coaches get paid so much because there is a risk associated with it. So my question is as far as Cam Ward's development, or even the whole locker room as a whole, what can we expect from Tennessee going forward? How do they kind of? I mean, what are we looking at here, Logan? You go first because you really.
Yeah, I feel as if, look, the rookie quarterback can only be as good as the structure around him, right? And we see some of these great quarterback organizations and offenses, a la Minnesota or San Francisco or McVay and the Rams, like develop the quarterback. And clearly, the leadership in Tennessee has not been clear on what their direction is. Made no sense to move on from Vrabel. Okay, they moved on from Vrabel. John Robinson then moved on from Vrabel. I don't know. I was not there for that. I guarantee you no player really agreed with that. Then you bring in Rand Carthon, hires this coach. You fire the GM, bring in a new GM, hires Callahan's there, and now this GM fires Callahan. So in the middle of having the number one pick. So he can only be as good as the organization around him, and that has not been good. That does not make sense. That's a lot of mistakes. We saw the New York Giants kind of fumble around, another team of mine, like with the quarterback decision making for quite some time. Looks like Jackson Dart's a good one, but I really think that this next coach has to really complement Cam Ward well, or the last 5 years have been a complete 4 years have been a complete waste of time and what you've done with the decision making. That has nothing to do with the players.
Hey guys, we need your help. We've noticed not all of you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, so subscribe today.
Subscribe, hit that button.
I just I don't really get the hiring and firing after a year and a half. I mean, there had to be something that just like, hey, this guy is just not the vision that we're looking for is just not, we're not on the same page. Because these coaches, they don't, I mean, I don't know Brian Callahan at all, but you give him the first round pick and you give him 6 weeks to work with them. I mean, it's not a whole lot of time, right? So, they're not giving hands. So it had to be something that's like, this is not going to work either way. So another question is, what happens with Bill Callahan? He's the O-line coach there. I played for Coach Bill Callahan, his dad, unbelievable line coach. But to try to take a little pressure up, get the run game going and all that stuff going, well, what happens now? Is he going to leave with his son? Is he going to be checked out? So now we're the O-line struggling, and that's even more on top of more. So yeah, for a young quarterback, like Logan said, the constant shifting in the organization. And I feel like as a quarterback, you want the organization to be 100% behind you and all their decisions. And clearly after, I don't know, 21 games, they thought they didn't make the right choice. So not a good position to be in now down there in Tennessee.
I think Bill Callahan is gone, which makes it even crazier because it's number one, O-line coaches don't grow on trees. And really good ones, there's like 4, 5. So I understand it's the O-line that has allowed the most sacks on their quarterback, but a lot of that it's not just on the O-line. There's a lot going on that goes into that one stat, a lot of context space for that. I guess my curiosity going forward is like, well, what does Cam Ward need? What's one thing that you would give Cam Ward in this moment, this season? Because you don't want to develop too many bad habits or the mental aspect of it be too crazy. Like what's the one thing you would give him for this season that could help him the most? Zach, you start with this one since it's your side of the ball.
Man, I would just keep trying to develop the run game. I mean, take some pressure off this guy so he doesn't have to sit back there and throw it 50 times a game. My experience, we played when Dak was a rookie. That was, in my opinion, what allowed him to get so comfortable is, we had a run game. And I know they don't have all the guys and all that, but you got to start working there and taking some pressure off this kid so he doesn't feel like he's got the weight of the whole world on his shoulders 5 games into the season.
Yeah, I would get him a baseball coach and learn how to slide, okay? Because if you're telling me my head coach is fired after 6 weeks and my O-line coach, who's like a Hall of Fame O-line coach, is leaving with him, if this happened in college, the kid is dropping out. He's going in the portal right now, or he's getting ready to train for the NFL draft. Because if Cam Ward gets hurt, right, if he gets hurt during this process, this is on the organization. So if I'm Cam Ward as a player, I'm telling you right now, play as hard as you can, but don't take no hard hits. Save your body, save yourself because you have a bright future. But if this kid gets sacked 50 times because they have no O-line coach and the organization don't know what they're doing, how's that going to help him in his future? How's he going to be the quarterback of the future if he gets hurt this year? So you got to think about that. Is he protected? Is he safe out there going forward? Because we invested $50 million in this guy, and now his O-line coach just left. So I'm gonna be getting down like Tyler Lockett. I'm gonna be Peyton Manning in the pocket. If I see someone coming, I'm taking a dive because you got to think about it from that perspective. It's insanity how you want him to develop, and you fire his play caller 6 games in and his O-line coach. You got to think about protecting yourself.